Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I just want to talk about the easiest way to manifest anything that you want with the least amount of effort. And this is probably the best way to manifest in my opinion, being as someone that has been through all of it, that has done everything. It's really just the right way to manifest is all I can say. Like, there is no really right or wrong way, but this is just like the easiest path, the path of, let's just say, least resistance, which is kind of funny that I'm saying this because this relates to this whole video, but the easiest way to manifest anything that you want in your reality is to understand that the desires you have within you are yours. Like, as in, if you have a desire for something, desire equals fulfillment in the universe. Like, desire and fulfillment go hand in hand. As in, you were always meant to fulfill each desire that you have. They were inherently yours from birth. As in, like, you're basically a piece of this consciousness. So I always say in all my videos that we are everything, we are everyone, you know, all is one kind of thing. And creation is finished as well, right? Like, so when we are manifesting something, we're really just like selecting a part of this creation to experience in the physical world. So the universe has kind of already done that for you, though. Like, consciousness itself, which again you are, has already kind of selected this for you. So you can think of consciousness as like this giant brain that's sort of powering everything, that's powering every single person you see, yourself, everything around you, right? And this brain, it's already experienced everything, as in, like, it already knows everything that's going to happen. It's every bit of creation is done, like, it's already occurred. But what's going on Earth here is that we are experiencing ourselves. So we are seeing what it's like to actually experience ourselves in a physical way. So when you come here to this planet, to Earth, to experience things, you are like a small expression of consciousness itself. So the desires that you have are basically what consciousness wants to experience through your human body, through your vessel. This is what they want to experience through your lens in your lifetime. And everyone has a different lens, everyone has different desires. Even if they are very similar, everyone has their own desires, right? They're all going to be a little bit different. Even identical twins are going to have slightly different desires, slightly different feelings about things. Everyone is slightly different. And this is how the universe works. It wants to experience its desires through many different ways. It wants to experience all parts of itself in different ways. That's why we see people who also have desires for very small things or very big things, because everyone is different, okay? So whatever desires you have, those are meant for you. Like, as in, you are destined or meant to experience them no matter what. Like, that is the truth, okay? So then we have to talk about why then do most people not experience their desires? Why do most people never get to experience the dreams that they have? And I've kind of explained this in my last video where I talk about negative or limiting beliefs, and I say how when we're born on this planet as a baby, we basically don't really have any limiting beliefs, right? Like, we're born here and we just want something and we just get it, kind of. Like, you know, a baby cries when it's hungry or whatever, and it just gets what it wants, right? Generally speaking, that's how it works when we get here. We're very close still to consciousness itself, which really just is everything just existing all at once. And you can look at that like, once again, imagination. You can picture something, you can think of something right away, and it's just there in your mind, right? So that's really how consciousness works. So as a child, when you want something, you just immediately get it. So those desires that you have early on in life are easily fulfilled. There's no resistance to them because you just get them right away. But then as we grow up, as we get a little bit older, now we start getting these limiting beliefs put on us, or we put them on ourselves as well. But as a child, it's often parents or people around us that put these beliefs on ourselves, on us. And it could be something like, you know, you're not very good at math, or maybe sometimes, you know, you have ADHD, or you have some sort of disorder, or why can't you sit still? We start getting all these limiting beliefs that we didn't have before. And the sad part about this too is that, like, even if you yourself didn't have that many limiting beliefs, it's like our society as a whole has so many limiting beliefs now that it's like, it's impossible to just ignore them all, right? Like, consciousness itself is constantly going through a cycle of like birth and death and experiencing things. So whatever beliefs, limiting beliefs that we've had from, generations before, those are kind of brought into the next cycle, right? So we're just adding on to the limiting beliefs every single time. Just like, we have all these limiting beliefs about what causes cancer or something. We have like a bazillion different things now that cause cancer. This is the cause of limiting beliefs. It's just like creating a smaller and smaller box for us, as I've said also in other videos. So it's not necessarily our fault that, we start with limiting beliefs, because we're not put in the best environment to not have them. And again, depending on where you begin your journey in this experience, you could have various limiting beliefs based on culture and religion and all these different things. And yeah, so essentially, limiting beliefs start sort of at a younger age, and then they progressively kind of get worse as you get older, because then you start putting your own limiting beliefs on yourself as well through your own experiences now. And you just continue to add to this consciousness, and you continue to add to the limiting beliefs that are already there. So how does this basically go back to your desire? And the way that this works is that, so say you had a desire, like I've said this, I think, in my other video of like being rich or something, but then now you have, from growing up, all these money beliefs where you believe it's hard to get money. People say you have to work hard for money. Maybe your parents said you're lazy, or you can't do this, you can't do that, they don't agree with it. Now you have all these limiting beliefs in the way of where you want to go. So before, when you were born, there were no limiting beliefs in the way of that desire. So if you had just followed your life path that the universe had kind of laid out for you, then you would just immediately just experience that. It would be very easy to get to being rich if you didn't have these limiting beliefs. But because you do, which again, don't ever blame yourself because you have limiting beliefs, because everyone does, and it's just part of living on this planet at this point in time. Now your desire to be rich is pushed further in the future. As in, like, now we start to think that there's more that we have to do to get to being rich. We believe it's going to be really difficult, it's going to be really hard, like, I'm going to have to do this to be rich, or I'm going to have to do this, and people aren't going to believe in me, and then we just keep pushing it further away by creating more and more walls or blocks, if you want to think of it. I just like to think of it as like these walls that we're putting, like, say, once again, so I don't know if I explained this yet in this video, I've recorded this before already, but think of it like, you're being chauffeured in a car. Like, the higher self is driving you to where you need to go at all times. So it never stops driving, it never stops moving. So no matter what, the funny thing is we're always trying to manifest things, but everything that we want is already manifesting. It's just our limiting beliefs are slowing it down. So we don't really need to manifest anything. We just need to get rid of the limiting beliefs that are blocking us from our manifestation. So think that, like, once again, a car, you're being chauffeured, driven to your destination, but now it's got to stop at like every single wall. It like hits a wall, or I like to say like a caution sign, and it's got to slow down at every one of these little caution signs that you're putting in front of it before it can get to where it needs to go. Whereas before, it could have just driven straight there. So it's not that it's going to take you that much longer to get to where you want to go. Yes, in a sense, it might take you a little bit longer, but the only way that it can take you a ton longer is if you aren't accepting what's going on during the time of you driving where you're going. So what I mean by this is that every time you hit one of these little caution signs, which could come up as maybe an emotional trigger, or you could feel, you're doing something wrong, or your life doesn't seem to be reflecting where it is that you're trying to go, whenever you reach one of these little caution signs, you have like basically two options. So one would be to assume that you're doing something wrong, that this is going to take you a long time to get through, it's going to cause delay, that this is not going to work out, that, you need to try something else now because this isn't going to work. And then basically you now create more limiting beliefs, setting yourself back even further. Or when you get to this caution sign, you assume this is okay. This is part of the process of getting where I need to go, and you just accept it for what it is in that moment. You accept whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through. You just allow it to happen. You just keep doing whatever you're doing. Let it go. Whatever's going on, you just accept it's part of the journey. And by doing that, now you immediately just move past that caution sign. Like, it's so quick that you move past that caution sign. So really, the fastest way to get to where you want to go is to just accept that every single thing happening in your reality is okay, Because when you start to accept that everything is okay, you basically disintegrate any limiting beliefs that were there before you. So if you start to assume that, like, even when things are going wrong, even when you don't see what you want happening, even when you're upset or something bad happens, it's coming up because it's a limiting belief that needs to be disintegrated, basically. And to disintegrate it is really just to accept that it's okay, that whatever you're experiencing is okay, that is part of the process. That's all you have to do. It's not that, you have to assume that you're doing something wrong and you have to think about it so hard. Like in my last video, I did say you could ask yourself questions about like why I'm feeling this way or something to better understand it, but you should never get mad at yourself for experiencing something negative on your journey to what you're trying to manifest, because once again, the negative feelings mean that you are literally going to where you want to go. Like you're getting through these walls, you're breaking them down. So assume that every single situation you experience from A to B, like I said in my other videos, is exactly what's meant to be happening. So really, it's like going back to your younger years when you didn't have so many limiting beliefs. It's like accepting that everything is okay, everything's allowed. Like when you're a baby, people don't care if you like bite something or you do something weird. Like you're a baby, they're not going to judge you for that, right? But then when you get older, now we have all these rules about you can't go around biting someone or like, I don't know, awkwardly like staring at someone for like 20 minutes. People would look at you like a little bit weird. And so you kind of just have to go back to being like a little kid, like just knowing that it's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset about something. It's okay to not know what's coming next, because your higher self has got your back. Really, when it comes to manifesting anything, we just need to get out of our own way. That's all it is, because like I said, the car never stops driving forward. It will keep bringing you to where you want to go. But if you keep putting limiting beliefs in the way of it, it's going to take longer to get to where you want to go. So all you got to do is just accept that whatever's happening right now, I'm going to my destination. I don't know where this car is taking me. It's taking me down some back road I've never seen before, but as long as I know where I'm going, that's okay. So it's like that. It's really just a trusting in your higher self that it's taking you where you need to go. And this is also why affirmations, like saying something repetitively, is not even necessary, because they say it's to change limiting beliefs. But really, the fastest way to get through limiting beliefs is like to smash through these walls or these caution signs, like to just speed through them, because you just assume that there is no limiting belief anymore. I just want to add here that most people say you need to say affirmations because it gets rid of the limiting belief at a subconscious level. But what happens when you can just accept everything and just move through things, your higher self will naturally bring those limiting beliefs up to the surface so that they're very easy to get rid of. As in, like, you will maybe feel an emotion or you maybe feel triggered by something, but as long as you just accept it's part of the process, you can instantly get rid of a limiting belief without needing to say a million affirmations. Like, you allow yourself to feel anything. Like, you don't get mad at yourself for feeling emotion. You don't get mad at yourself for doing the opposite of the thing you feel you need to do to get to where you want to go, because really, there is nothing that you need to do to manifest your desire. Like, there's no particular thing that you need to do to manifest your desire. Every action that you take will be the action that you need to take to get to it. Like, the universe will make sure of that. So you don't need to force anything. You don't need to try so hard to do something. It will fall into place because it was always meant for you to experience. The car keeps driving forward. The only thing you can do is push back your manifestation. So it's not about reminding yourself that you don't even really need to remind yourself that you have it, because it's always inherently yours. Like, your desires are yours. They're not like something you're just choosing, really. Like, I think I explained that in other videos, like you could select things, but really, whatever you're selecting, as much as you feel like you're choosing it, the universe already chose it for you. Your higher self already chose that experience for you. So all you have to do is chill out. Like, it's so funny when I'm channeling about this type of stuff. Like, I tell you guys, I get like download messages about this stuff. The song that I always get all the time when I'm stressing out about something is the song Complicated by Avril Lavigne, where it's like, chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you would see I like you the way you are when we're driving in my car, talking to you one-on-one. Yeah, okay? So, like, the universe, it just wants you to sit back and relax in your car. Like, they're like, chill out, man. Like, we're taking you where you want to go. And all the stuff you're experiencing, it's just, you're just knocking down walls. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad to get upset. It's not bad to get angry. It's not bad to react to a 3D. Those are all limiting beliefs, right? Every single thing, every time you think you're doing something wrong, think about, like, this is a limiting belief. Like, I'm just creating this limiting belief that I'm doing something wrong right now, right? That's just another limiting belief. So start assuming everything is good. It's perfect. You're doing everything right. Like, that's all it is. It's just, you see all those videos on YouTube, there's a lot that are titled, like, just relax and you'll receive everything. Like, that's really all it is once you relax, you go back to that natural state of just being, just having everything like you were when you were a little kid, because your desires are yours. You don't have to work for them like so hard. You don't have to do a million things to try and get them, because they are yours inherently. And yes, if there is work that's required to receive your desires, you will end up doing the correct work that you need to do. Like, everything will happen naturally when you just relax into it and you aren't judging yourself for anything that you're doing. When you just start to, it's like radical acceptance of yourself. That is how you experience what it is that you want. It's radical acceptance. So I know I made this video like quite long, and I feel like that was probably a lot of information, but when it comes down to it, it's just radically accepting that it's yours, and everything happening from now on is just the unfolding of your desire, good or bad. I've already said this in other videos too, but I feel like this is just making it more clear that you literally can't mess up, because it is yours. I've said this in another video. You cannot mess up because it is yours, because your desires were given to you by your higher self to experience in this lifetime. And you're never manifesting something, you're just creating limiting beliefs to push it further into the future. And again, you're never fully stopping it from manifesting, you're just pushing into the future. And I did say, I don't know if I said it in this version of this video, because I told you I recorded this twice, but if you push back your desires far enough, like some people do when they just live in this, existence of just doing the same thing forever, and they never change, and they just never, they never assume that they can experience the things that they want. They don't accept that. They don't accept that they're doing everything right, that everything's leading them to where they want to go. They don't ever accept that. So what happens is they keep creating limiting beliefs, pushing it further back to the point where eventually they do pass away, and they don't have time to experience it in their lifetime, which is where I believe that consciousness itself likely puts those desires into another person, and then that's when they experience them through someone else. So that's why you'll see people not experience their desires in their lifetime, just because they believe that they couldn't. So really, the only way that you can experience what you want is to believe that you cannot, to believe that it was not destined for you to experience. Okay? So even when you see the complete opposite, even when nothing seems to be going the right way, assume you are going to where you want to go, no matter what. Like, don't doubt it. Even if you do doubt it, who cares? Like, again, accept everything. Accept everything you're feeling. Accept everything you've said. Accept all the thoughts you think. Like, your thoughts don't even really matter. As long as you accept them as being okay, then it's fine. Radical acceptance. That's all it is. Radically accept. Everything is taking you to where you want to go. Your desires are yours. You can't mess up. That's it. That's really all it is. Like, if it comes down to it, that's really all manifesting is, because desiring equals fulfillment. We were meant to desire things and have them instantly fulfilled. Like, that was really meant to be our experience. We were meant to experience an unfolding of them and just trust that that unfolding was exactly what's meant to be happening. Okay, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope we made this clear. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Let me know, leave comments. I just had a lot of questions about this stuff lately, especially in like the people with the people I've been coaching. People I've been coaching have had a lot of questions about this particular topic. I feel like we've been talking about it a lot lately, like ignoring the 3D and accepting things as they are. So I just felt like I would bring it up on the channel as well. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna go, so I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.